What's going on, guys? Welcome to Fighting for Fatherhood, the only podcast dedicated to helping you every single day become the best version of yourself as a father, helping dedicate men who want to increase their marriage, increase their family, and increase their livelihood. My name's Logan, I'm your host, and I'm just a man walking the walk of raising 3 daughters daily, trying to be the best version of himself while helping others in the process. I believe the only way that we can ever look to be the best versions of ourselves is to look at the perfect model, and the perfect model for fatherhood was walked out when Christ came to earth and died for our sins, and now we get to walk in perfect light with our godly father, and that is the only way that we can actually figure out what it means to be a good father. Whether you're a Christian or not, or believe in God or not, there's no denying that the Bible has incredible principles on what it takes to raise an incredible family. And that's where a lot of this foundation lies. For me, I am always just on mission to try and figure out what it takes to be a better father. And so every day you're just going to hear from me giving you a small tidbit on what it takes and what I'm doing and what I'm learning, whether I learn it the hard way or I learn it the right way. And I'm just going to continue to give you those things for you to use in whatever way that you find. Today's topic in particular is just talking about the small things, right? And the small things are just those moments where you kind of recognize that something is small in meaning to the general sense, but it has a deep-rooted meaning, typically only in your household. For us, it was movie nights on the couch, and had I always like building some anticipation for my kids to have something to look forward to, but I didn't realize how deep this went with my kids until after I came back. So my family's huge on movies, right? My kids and I went to a movie right before I went on an out-of-town trip, and then the first thing we got to do the day I got back was watch a movie, because it's how we spend time, it's how we bond, we talk about the movies. Like, it's not just sit and turn off our brains, but it's like we sit and we cuddle, we eat snacks together, we talk about it, we get to talk about the show, what the kids like, stuff like that. So like we try and take movies pretty intentionally as family time, and right, wrong, or indifferent, however you view movies, our family loves them. I'm a movie fanatic. So we got to build this anticipation of our family room isn't a large size family room, right? It's a pretty small room. The only way that the couch fits inside of our family room is if it runs on the long wall. But if it runs on the long wall, it doesn't face the TV, right? So like you can sit on it and then you have to turn your head to have 3 people sit on it, or one person can lay on the couch, and that's the only way it works. With a family of 5, we can't all cuddle that well. So we have an inflatable air mattress that actually will kind of fit in between. It like fits right up against the couch, and then it tucks underneath our counter island that's in the kitchen, and so it's the only way that it fits in the space is this inflatable mattress. And we built this anticipation for the kids that we're going to do a cuddling couch movie night, and just watching the excitement build in your kids' eyes when you say that they get to do that, and then watching how excited they are. I actually think that my kids had more of a fun time getting to do that than they did when I took them to the movie theater. They've only been to 2 movies at the movie theater, being 4 and 3. Like, it's just sometimes it's hard to take them to movies at the movie theater, and they've only ever been to 2. So I would think that that would be a really big thing, but they actually seem to enjoy more just doing the inflatable mattress in the family room, and then they get to sleep out there, and we get to watch a movie as a family. We all get to cuddle on it, and it's super fun and enjoyable for all of us. And it's just funny watching those things that, like, to most of the outside world would be just a very small thing, to families can have a super deep rooted meaning, and they go so much further than what most people believe. And it aligns a lot with what Christ teaches us, and things that we're the first will be last and the last will be first, and how life is not what we see it on the surface of how everything is black and white. There's a reason why Jesus taught in parables, because he's always speaking to us in things that have deeper rooted meaning than just the surface face value. And that's how relationship is built with your wife and kids, is finding the things that on the surface don't appear to have that much value, but to your wife and kids do. And when you can figure out how to tap into those, that's when you're going to really start seeing your relationships with your wife and kids not only compound, but just skyrocket and take off in terms of the depth and the love and the relationship. And so just figuring out what the small thing is for your family. What's the thing that you guys turn to, and it's like, most people would probably say it really isn't that important, but your family is like, no, this is super important for us. And then figure out how to dive into that more. Maybe one of the beauties of that thing is that it's super uncommon for you guys to do. It's only a once a month or once a season or however you want to phrase it, and it's super rare. So instead of increasing the rarity of it, figure out how when you guys do it that you can go even more deep and make it even more special every single time. Just finding those things, I think, will really help you guys. I noticed it, and it's a hindsight, right? Like it's like hindsight's 2020. I'm looking back on last night, and I'm realizing how important it was. And I wish that in the moment I had taken it more serious, because it's not that like I didn't appreciate the opportunity to do it, but it just didn't seem important to me. And then I'm looking at it and I'm seeing how important it was for my kids. So find those things. If it has to be a hindsight thing, then look for the next opportunity to do it. Look for the next chance you get and how you can make that one special as well. That's all I got for you guys. Keep fighting the good fight.